Memory palaces and mnemonics, the ancient art of never forgetting. This is one of the most creative and playful techniques, so enjoy this. So I'm going to teach you, it started over 2,000 years ago, and ancient Greek orators, politicians, philosophers, presenters who delivered speeches that lasted for hours on end, entirely on memory, no notes. And I was working with a student recently. She started off, she had a 2-minute speech to do and she read it. So these ancient Greeks, what they typically used is a method of loci. So loci is the Latin word for places, like location. And the core idea is beautifully simple. So our brains are pretty rubbish at remembering abstract information in isolation. Lists of facts, chemical formulae, dates, quotes stripped out of context. No one remembers those because they're hard to encode, because they don't connect to anything that your brain already has a strong structure for. But your brain is extraordinary at remembering places and stories. It evolved over hundreds of thousands of years to navigate physical environments and remember what happened where. The smell of a specific kitchen, the layout of a house you lived in as a child, the exact sequence of turns en route you've walked 100 times. So a memory palace, also called the method of loci, exploits these natural strengths we have. So you take a familiar place, mentally walk through it and attach the things you need to remember to specific locations along that route. To recall them, you simply walk the route in your mind and see what's there. Let's try and make it GCSE example specific. The causes of World War I. Main. M-A-I-N. So you need to remember militarism, alliances, imperialism, nationalism. Your memory palace is your home. You're going to place one cause at each of 4 locations. So here's how it works. Even if you don't study history, follow with me. So you open your front door, standing in your hallway is a soldier the size of a giant, enormous, in full military uniform, doing push-ups that shake the entire house. You have to step over him to get in. Militarism. You walk into your kitchen, your entire family and your neighbours and some people from school are all sitting at the kitchen with their arms physically linked together in a chain so tightly that no one can move. They're refusing to let anyone leave. Stay with me. Alliances. You walk into your living room. Someone has planted a huge flag in the centre of the sofa and declared the room their personal territory, and looking terribly smug about it. That's imperialism. Then you walk into your bathroom. Someone's standing on the sink, fist raised, singing their national anthem at full volume at 7 in the morning while you're trying to get ready and brush your teeth. That's nationalism. I get it, it is bizarre. But it's dramatically harder to forget than a list of 4 words because you've attached abstract concept to vivid, specific, emotionally engaging, slightly weird images, I'd say. So the principle behind this is elaborative encoding. Your brain flags unusual, unexpected, emotionally significant things as important and files them more deeply than in ordinary information, ordinary lists, facts, weird things. In fact, the more ridiculous the image, the better. The more sensory, the more you can smell, feel, hear in each location, the stronger you're going to store it. So let me show you how to use mnemonic sentences for content that needs to be in a specific order. So, the electromagnetic spectrum, low to high frequency. Radio, microwave, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma. So we can use mnemonics. Raging Martians invaded Venus using X-ray guns. Every first letter in order. Once you have that sentence and the slightly dramatic image of Martians with X-ray weapons, the order is locked in. This is a topic that appears on virtually every physics spec in every exam board almost every year. Take taxonomy in biology, classification levels. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. What's the mnemonic? King Philip came over for great spaghetti. Again, every first letter, and now I get it, we're all hungry, which actually helps. Emotional engagement, even something as mild as the thought of food, activates memory encoding, memory storing. You've obviously heard the different planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. I don't know what you've used. What about my very energetic mother just served us nachos? Classic, but it works. If you didn't already know this one, you'll remember it now, and you remember it in 10 years' time. But for English literature, memory palaces work brilliantly for quotes. Let's say you need to lock in a set of key quotes for Macbeth. Place them physically around your bedroom, on your pillow. Imagine Lady Macbeth. Really imagine her there, saying, "Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top full." Picture the scene. What is she wearing? What would she be doing? Fill me from the crown to the toe top full. The more vivid that picture, the easier it is to remember. Uncomfortable? I guess. Memorable? Absolutely. The context: she's invoking supernatural forces to strip away her femininity because she believes emotion will make her weak. Gender and power. And then you can practice every time you think about that pillow. On your desk, Macbeth saying, "I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent." Imagine an enormous horse on your desk with no spurs anywhere near it, just standing there, uselessly. The context: he's acknowledging his ambition has no justification beyond ambition itself. So imagine, "I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erleaps itself and falls on the other." What does it mean? What's the content? How do you make this really, really silly? Imagine your horse on your desk. There you are, leaping over something. What's the context? How do you make it silly? Silly sticks, dull will fade. So again, close your eyes, imagine the horse. On your wardrobe, the weird sisters. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Imagine your wardrobe opening to reveal inside is both beautiful and rotten at once. The context, the moral inversion of the heart of the play. Nothing is what it seems. 3 quotes, 3 locations, 3 vivid images. All you have to do, close your eyes whenever you want to revise. So how to build your own memory palace, step by step. Choose a familiar route. you know extremely well. Your home, your route to school, a friend's house, etc. And then think about 10 clear, distinct locations along the way. Could be your front door, hallway, kitchen, living room, stairs, landing, bedroom, bathroom, garden, shed, for instance. One piece of information per location, no more. Then create an image at each location. Remember what you're going to do. Make it weird, make it vivid, make it specific. The stranger the better. Then close your eyes and walk the route 3 times in a row. Test yourself without looking at anything. Can you go forwards to backwards and forwards? That investment up front, a few minutes of creative thinking, that content stays with you far beyond your exams. So many professional memorizers use this technique to memorize hundreds of things. They say they are not gifted from a memory perspective, but they have learned a method and they've practiced it, and you can do the same. So your task, choose something you need to memorize in exact order. The EM spectrum, the stages of mitosis, the causes of a historical event, set of key quotes, build a memory palace for it using your home, walk it 3 times, test yourself tomorrow morning without any notes. Anytime you want to practice, close your eyes, walk through, go for that. See you soon.